Travis Nevels, Reverb Twang, episode number 8. Finger tapping and arpeggios. Okay, here's my lesson on finger tapping and arpeggios. Don't. No, I'm just kidding. I know you guys will. When I used to have a sign in the studio here that said no tapping and no sweet picking, and it was funny to me because when I see tapping and sweet picking, I mean, for me that's the musical equivalent of a mullet. You know, when I see somebody tapping and all that, you know, and you know, basically on the arpeggios, what I mean is the 1-3-5 or the 1 minor 3-5, the basic, the minor or major. Because when I see this like ba-ding, 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 I think of Mario jumping up and hitting that coin, man. I see Mario running around going ba-ding, ba-ding, you know. And a lot of guitarists, I mean, they write songs with the solo in mind. Before, I mean, you know, and I'm the kind of guy, I think George Harrison, in my mind, is way more of a guitarist than Yngwie will ever be, because he was a great songwriter. It's not all about the ego and you know, there's too much of that shit, man. Look at me, I'm the guitar guy. And when I was 15 years old, 35 years ago, me and this drummer and bass player, we would play a lot, and we played parties a lot. We only knew like Van Halen and some Judas Priest and a bunch of Black Sabbath, man. You know, that's all we knew. But I knew Eruption, and every time a new group of girls would walk into the party, I would play Eruption, and after the parties, my drummer friend would be like, man, how come every time a new group of girls come in the party, you gotta play Eruption? But there I was, and I was like, I'm fucking, you know, doing all that fucking Eruption shit, man. But yeah, a lot of these guys, they write songs with the solo in mind when they write it, which is very self-indulgent. You know, their songs will be like, they'll take a Baroque chord progression. So they can do arpeggios. You know, so they can sit there and sweep, you know. So they can sweep arpeggios all day long, and the chord is that this song is built around them being able to solo and all that shit. And for me, like I said, it's a mullet, man. I see a mullet. That being said, if it's not 1-3-5, you know, and 1 minor 3-5 and major and minor arpeggios, well then I love hearing them, man. I love to hear people do like Lydian arpeggios or something. You know, Lydian, diminished, any of that stuff, or if you're picking all the notes, it sounds beautiful, you know, if you're like... Now, I didn't pick all the notes. That didn't sound beautiful at all, man. I haven't practiced in a while, but you know, the diatonic arpeggios like that, if you're picking all the notes. If you've ever played House of the Rising Sun, or you know, if you ever picked out chords like that, or my first instructional videos, it shows down picking to practice. If you've done that practice, then you probably shouldn't have any problem with, you know, just picking all the notes to an arpeggio. Okay. Yeah, the Shadowhorn CD's got Lydian and diminished and those type of arpeggios all on it. You know, the only reason I had that sign in here that said it's funny for me, and it reminds me, oh yeah, don't just jump right to that stuff, you know, and you know, don't just jump right to the easy stuff, because it is easy, man. Any 12-year-old should be able to master finger taps within a week, and arpeggio thing, if you do 1-3-5 and just it's a good way to learn your triads and stuff, you know. But if I hear major and minor arpeggios, I scoff at it. But I mean, if you've had 7 surgeries from practicing guitar, then you can do that too. Okay, so you know, I will fuck with them people, man. Let me see. Yeah. like I said, I see people do that, man. I see people whip out the arpeggios, or the tapping, and I'm like, really, man? Really? That's all you got, man? That's all you got? You know? That's like jumping right to the napalm and not even using the machine gun. And, you know, you just go ahead and nuke everything. It's just stupid, man, for me. Unless you're Eddie Van Halen or Paganini or Stanley Jordan. I like the way Stanley Jordan used our tapping, you know. Or that's about tapping, you know. And it's tapping and sweep picking. It's really impressive to people who don't play guitar, but to people who play guitar, like me, that's been playing for years, man, I see people do it, and I'm just like, oh, okay, really, man, really, you're gonna do that, huh? So, you know, that's pretty much how I feel on arpeggios and all that, you know. I mean, and sweep picking, you know. I mean, it's the mullet, man. Yeah, it's the mullet, man. It's the mullet. That's what it is, you know. And if you're gonna do some sweep picking, man, you know, learn all those chords, learn all your chords, and then sweep pick those major 7s and 9s and 13s and the Lydian sounding chords and all that. Do that, man. Then it doesn't sound like Mario going ding, ding, and jumping up and hitting the coin, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, yeah, I talk shit about arpeggios and I talk shit about hammer-ons, but you know, I could do them. I've showed you I could do them, you know, and it's like, but I'm making fun of them, man. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know, I don't recommend it. If you want, you know, if you want to learn major and minor arpeggio tapping, or you know, arpeggios, you know, go watch a Michelangelo Badiou video, because he's still showing you how to do the same 1-3-5, 1 minor 3-5, the same formula, just different ways. For 30 fucking years, he's been showing you how to do that. 1-3-5. That's it. He's been showing you how to do that for 30 fucking years, man. If you want to go do that and sound like all those other guys, that's fine. You know, by all means, go ahead and do that, man. You know, we're trying to take music just past it. We're trying to take it to the next place. That's why I say just say no. Arpeggios, finger taps, man. I mean, it's easy to sit around and do that. I mean, it's fun to sit around the house, but you're not going to go play the bar. You're not going to be playing the bar going... You know, it's just embarrassing for me even to play it, man, you know, even to play that, because like I said, man, you know, it's all about, it's just so easy, man. Any 12-year-old girl should be able to do that shit, man, and if you want to do it, that's fine, but leave the shit at home, man. Nobody wants to see a grown man out in the fucking club playing Eruption, you know. It's cute when you're 15 and all that, but, you know, tapping, leave it to Eddie Van Halen, leave it to Stanley Jordan, man, because you're just ripping off their shit, man. You're just ripping off their style. Do something original, man. Come up with some shit on your own. You know, mix sweep picking with harmonics, you know. You know, or something, you know, just do something else but with it. You know, do something else with it besides the same old shit, man, because we're just regurgitating the same shit, and it's like I said, it's the mullet, man. You know. Tapping and sweep picking is the mullet. Unless you're sweep picking in a different way, man. You know, sweep pick some fucking diminished or some pentatonics, man. You know, like some fucking pentatonic blues scales, man. Take this scale. You know, sweep pick arpeggio in pentatonics or something else, man. 1-3-5, 1 minor 3-5 is getting fucking old, man, and it's the fucking mullet. I'm sorry for rambling so long, but this is the kind of shit that irks me, man. When I see people doing it, it's fucking, it's like, really, man? That's all you got? Come on, man. You can do better.